Hey y'all. Welcome. We're gonna wait for some people to come through. Where are my moderators at? Is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Hey y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Hey Elizabeth. Hey Carol. I'm just here sipping on some coffee. Getting ready to pop off like Tyler's tarot. Oh man. Hi Emily. Hey. And I got a call coming in. Oh man. People call as soon as I go live. Story of our lives. Okay guys, it's like you're falling here. Let's give it some time for people to come in. And this thing doesn't want to hold. So tell me, girls, ladies and gentlemen who are in the house, is there any Aries? Are you guys all Aries? Because I haven't done the Taurus video for the first half of July, and I kind of feel bad. I haven't gotten the time. So I might just pull out some cards for Taurus a bit later on. Hello. Hi, Alsha. Hey, girl. How are you all doing today? Where are you at in the world? What is going on? Hi, Ida. Hi, Leo. Yes. How's the Leo going? Hello, Steffi. Oh, Australia. Wonderful. What time is it there? Toronto. Yes. Latvia. Very nice. Hey, Aries. Hey, Raffinkoff. Sorry. Guys, I got a lot of comments about your wants and needs about being a Aries. What do we want? I took down a lot of notes. We're going to talk stories. We're going to allow the room to fill up a little more. So grab your snacks, grab your drinks. Hello, Loretta. Hello, hey. Where do y'all come from? Let me know. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? It's 5:20 a.m. and winter cold. Wow. That is something. Where is it winter cold? In Australia? Where did you go, chat? Yes, hit the like button. Thank you, Elizabeth. If you guys are just sitting there with your drink in hand, hit that like button. We're going to get into it. Montreal. Hey, Sally. Well, welcome. Montreal. Yeah, so you're in my hood. Chicago. Ohio. Very nice. Pennsylvania. Yes. So we got a lot of Aries in the house from what I see. Sally, where exactly do you live in Montreal? Because I'm in the East End. East End. Yes, Aries gang. So I'm going to leave this up to you, Elizabeth, as a moderator who has a lot of experience. Ville Saint Laurent, yeah, that's not too far. I guess you know how to like delete people's messages that are like not in line with what we're talking about, people that are not respectful. I don't want to know people's crazy thoughts about things that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Well, my Leo was ghosting me. It's ironic. He cheated on me. Oh. Yeah, we're going to talk about this ghosting situation that a lot of you have going in your lives. It's incredible to me how people are so scared and unreliable. Went to dinner or something. Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. Okay, so a lot of people are still maybe not up, or maybe it's late in their town. Okay, we're gonna wait a few more minutes. So I'm gonna start telling y'all what you've been telling me here with your comments about what an Aries, a true Aries, wants. I guess so, depending on your experience, on your maturity level, on where you're at in your journey with relationships, it depends on how much work you put into yourself. Because the more work we put into ourselves, the more self-aware we become of what we want and what we need. I'm from Yonkers, New York. Cool. Welcome. Melbourne. Awesome. Excellent. So I'm going to let Elizabeth moderate my chat here, but I will get back to it. So a lot of y'all want communication. So this is something that's very, very common. We all want someone to communicate with us. So from the start, if someone's not communicating with you and ghosting you, then why are you entertaining it? So this is what we have to start practicing, is the law of attraction. What we put out there is what we attract. So if we're putting out vibes that we're desperate and we're waiting for someone to contact us, and we're waiting for someone to just give us a sign of life, then for sure, if this is what you're focusing on, this is what you'll always get as a result. Hey, Renee. You still haven't spoken to him? Yeah, that's what I thought. He's going through some shit, that's for sure. Capricorns, and I just speaking to my cousin yesterday, her too, she's a Leo, she's talking, or I don't know what the situation is with the Capricorn, but Capricorns, especially the males this year, because Saturn, which is their ruling planet, is really like conjunct, it's almost close to Pluto. And Capricorn's a hard sign. It's karma. So they're dealing with a lot of karmic shit. Guys, sorry about the glare here. I know you see the glare in my glasses. It's a bit annoying. Sorry about that. And the chat disappeared. Where you at? So let's get back to what I was saying. So you guys want time, you want attention, you want affection, like every person in the world, male or female. But if they're not giving you that time, affection, and attention, then we gotta learn how to draw the line. Hey, girl. I feel like he is still unblocked self. Yes, absolutely. Thumbs up, guys. So, dominating, grounded. So as an Aries, I feel like most of us want someone who knows how to take control, right? Based on my experiences with men in committed relationships, I've only been in committed relationships in the last, oh my God, I'd say 10 years, ever since I was in my early 20s. And I've been with an Aries, I've been with Leo, I've been with Libra. And I'd have to say that for me, the fire sign, especially the Aries, he was a real go-getter, like real go-getter. He couldn't stop. So it depends on where you're at in your life. Do you need someone to drive you, to get things going for you? Because Aries, we already have that in our system, right? In our nature. So we have to be careful. Both of us can't be alphas, in every situation. So it depends on the situation. One of you has to let the other drive. And this is what I'm trying to figure out with myself as well. Aries and Taurus, yeah. What about Taurus men? I don't know. I've never been with a Taurus man. Who has been with a Taurus man? They must be really practical and tangible and focused on like their careers and money based on what I've been observing. Who's been with Taurus or some type of Taurus energy? I don't know. My Mars is in Taurus. So Taurus people are really tenacious. They don't give up. You're with a Cancer, and how's that going, Carol? I was with Gemini for 10 years, never again. Oh my God. Geminis are hyperactive. They are so scatterbrained and like they don't know which way to go sometimes. They don't even know what they want. But they're very intellectually stimulated. So this is why Aries, we tend to attract someone who's stimulated in that sense. Like I can't be bored in my relationship. Someone needs to stimulate me on some type of level. Very slow. Taurus men are very slow. Oh, the Cancer? He's Taurus moon and rising, very stubborn. Yeah. I can just imagine. With Leo plus this the Taurus. Wow. Hey girl. So what I gather here, you know, respect comes out a lot, you know. So from the start, when you start talking to someone, you know, what does respect mean to you? That's what I would have to say. Define respect. Someone who doesn't answer you back, someone who uses swear words, someone who yells at you. Like what is not respectful to you? Because everybody has their different version of what respect looks like in a relationship. I'll give you my example since I'm here to give you guys some insight. In my last relationship with my Libra, he had a lot of Leo in his chart, I believe, Virgo and Leo, so he was a little bit all over the place. It also has to do a little bit with their childhood, how they were brought up. I mean, if they were brought up in a household where yelling and screaming and drama was part of the everyday interaction, then that's what they're going to carry through their relationships. And so in their mind, they probably don't see that yelling and screaming and that aggression, that anger is not something that all of us are used to. You know, I don't communicate through aggression and anger to that extent where we're just, you know, slamming doors and we're just yelling at the top of our lungs. So it depends. For me, that's not respectful, and that's where I drew the line. But maybe that's something you are used to, and this is why you keep attracting someone who constantly gets upset and uses anger as a way to communicate their feelings. So it all depends on where you're at. How do you define respect? So a lot of you did write this in the comments. Hey girl, hey. Hey Tanya. So, okay, we're at 19. It's not bad. So this is what I'm saying. So respect, communication, trust. I mean, these are all key things here, guys. I mean, if you don't have that from the very beginning, then there's a problem. Hello, fellow Canadian. Hi. Hi, Faye Makina. Hey, girl. Are you an Aries too? So please tell us, what are you? Sun, moon, do you have any fire? Because we're all about that fire energy at this point, people. We are trying to tame that fire, right? It's not easy. Hold on, let me just open a light here. Okay. It's getting a bit dark. It's getting a bit heavy for this. You're a Libra? Moon Virgo. Wow. That must be something. Okay, I'm gonna lead you here. Hey Lisa. Did I see a Lisa somewhere? So basically what I'm trying to say is that a lot of us want a lot of the same thing. But it depends on what you decide for yourself from the very beginning of the interaction with someone. Hey, everyone who's just tuning in. So we're just going through the list of wants and needs that Aries wants. So if you have Aries, if you have fire in your chart, then maybe you can relate. So what we're trying to do here is basically we're trying to set our intentions with the universe, with ourselves, about what we want out of a partner, whether you're male or female, whether you're into males or females. I don't care what it is. We're just trying to set intentions to call in our soulmate. And this is a card that is actually part of one of my decks here, the Romance Angels. And it hasn't come out yet. And I've been thinking about this and I've been, trying to ask Spirit, why haven't you given that advice? Like, why aren't you telling people to call in our soulmates? Because we're not ready. We're at this point, we don't know what we want and we're not sure of what we want. We haven't defined exactly what we want. So we can't call someone in if we don't know what we want. So this is why I was guided to ask that question on YouTube through my community tab, because people need to start thinking about what they want. In order to call someone in, you need to create that space first within yourself and be clear about it. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. I love your vibes too, girl. You're just amazing. Yes, you want someone who's just as amazing as you are. But how are we how are we showing up in the real world that is amazing? What are you doing? What are we doing that is helping to attract that? So it takes a lot of inner work, guys. It's really hard. Oh, the reader. Yes. Because we have two Emilys in the house. We have me and another Emily, right? It's getting confusing. But I'm just M. Call me M. I'm good. So, do y'all like someone who makes you laugh? I've been at this point in my life where I'm like, oh my God, I need laughter in my life. I just need to feel lighthearted. I just need to like let my hair loose and be like, whatever, man. Like, let's just laugh. And this is what was lacking in my last two relationships. I don't know about you all, but if your partner does not make you laugh, does not make you stay positive, does not uplift you in any way, then why are we wasting our time? I mean, something he went off into the Navy, something happened. Oops. Yeah. So you see, I see a lot of that. Someone who wants humor, not so serious and easygoing, uptight moods ruin everything. I agree. Someone who's not controlling, yeah. But you see, that's the thing. It's like this fine line between someone who can take control and someone who lets us be. So this is what I wrote down for myself. And you'll tell me if you relate to what I lost you guys. Where are you? Live chat. Okay. So this is what I want out of a person. This is based on all my experiences being in relationships. Okay. So take it as it resonates. Maybe you don't agree, but you let me know. So I wrote here, someone who has a passion. So like a side hobby, someone who just doesn't go to work or go to school, comes home and is like just stuck to you. Like as an Aries, my sun in Aries, I need space because I need to blow off my own steam in my own way. And this is what I'm doing. I'm using my throat chakra, and this is something that I haven't been accessing in the last few years. And this is why I've been blocked. So, what is your passion? If the person you're with has zero passion and just goes to work, comes home, plays video games, and smokes up, it's not going to work out for me. Okay, so this is what I've learned in my last relationship. That the person was super intellectual, super ambitious in his job. Knew so many different types of things about cultures, but at the same time, he had no passion. That was lacking, and that kind of prohibited me to pursue my passion because he was not passionate about anything. He was passionate about video games, and like I don't think personally, that's just me based on what I've experienced and what I've observed, the video game thing for me is not a passion. Okay, but whatever. Well, at this point I guess I'll be open to what presents itself, and then we'll see from there. But in this case, I feel like the video games for me, I mean, he was still in my face, right? We were living together. He was still there. I need someone to go out into the world, experience something with a group of people, whether that's playing a sport or playing a freaking instrument, or I don't know, do something. I don't care what exactly it is, a lot, as long as it's legal, right? So that when you come back home, you filled up your cup. This is how I put it. You know, if you don't fill up your own cup, you can't come and fill up mine. So if you are miserable, then this is what you're going to bring into the relationship. So, passion, having a hobby outside of work, of school. Okay, so this is one of my elements here. Um, Someone who respects my craft, my passion, my interest, because I felt like in the past my exes were not, like pushing me to pursue something different. They the last one was pursuing me to like work, 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 work. You're not working? How come you're not working? Working, working, working. How come you're not working this much hours? How come you're not going to work today? And as a teacher at this point, I've been up and down because of the cutbacks in the school that I was at. And so it gave me all this time to reflect on what I need and what I want and what my passions are. So this person was not understanding that I needed this time probably to look at what was out there, what else interested me. Meanwhile, working part time. But so this is what I'm saying. When you're with someone who constantly thinks a certain way, where you just got to go to work and there's nothing else that is driving you, I feel like that can be a drawback. So, someone who gives me space, someone who respects that I have a passion, someone, that understands that I can go outside of the relationship to get what I need to fill my cup and then come back being more fulfilled in order to offer some of my cup. So this is one of my key elements. Someone who's self-aware. And this is a big one, guys. We're entering a phase as astrologically where people are forced to look into themselves. Hey, Miriam. And figure out what it is that has been blocking them in their childhood, in their adolescence, in all the traumas and the suppressed emotions that came with that. Someone who is not self-aware for me is not going to work. Okay, someone who just blames. Yeah, but you're doing this wrong. Yeah, but she's doing this wrong. Blames their family members, blames their friends, blames situations. They put themselves in this victimhood, what we call. So if you're not taking responsibility for the role you played and the emotions that you felt and the traumas that you lived through the breakup, your past breakups, your childhood traumas, and you're completely like not understanding that they play a big role in who you are, then for me, that's someone that's not self-aware. That's someone who just wants to just dust everything under the rug and be like, I'm not going to deal with it. These things come up. They will rise at one point, especially when situations get difficult. So self-awareness, people, if that wasn't on your list, maybe it should be, because the more we're self-aware, the more we're able to look at each other and be like, okay, these are my wounds. Those are your wounds. We both come with baggage. Okay. Don't tell me that no one comes with baggage. Impossible. And together we're going to try to figure out a way to understand each other. But on our end, we both need to figure out our shit. We both need to look at our own wounds in the mirror and be like, okay, I am the way I am because of this. Now, what am I going to do about it? Someone who makes me laugh is something I put on my list. We went through that. Someone who can ground me. Okay, as an Aries, you probably can relate. I can be a little bit intense, and I've been more grounded in the last few months and weeks. But I put the effort to find ways and tools to be more grounded. But the person I'm with, right, can trigger me. The people we're with are going to trigger us in different situations. So in different situations that are like crises. You know, you're in a crisis. Something happened. Something's not working. If we get triggered, I need a partner that can be like, okay, girl, I got you. I know what to do. Someone who knows what to do in a crisis. Someone who just uses the resources that they got, because sometimes I'm not that resourceful in a home. Someone who helps me to calm down by not using bullying tactics, anger, aggression. Someone who calms me down. And I know this is going to be difficult for my counterpart, but I feel like if this is something I need, then this is what I'll get. I'm putting it out there, guys. That's the only thing we can do, is put it out there. So someone who has emotional intelligence. So let's say I come out explaining my point of view to this person about how they made me feel. Their reaction, if they have a good emotional intelligence, they're going to come at me and be like, okay, I understand what you're saying. What can we do about it? I understand where you're coming from. So I can see I can see how you would feel that way. So if someone starts their sentence using that, then that's called emotional intelligence. I understand how you feel. But someone who dismisses completely your feelings, like the way I was treated in my previous relationship, then for me, it's like, you don't get me. And I need someone who gets me, just like they need someone who gets them. So being invalidated is so frustrating. Yeah, and it's being validated. It's validating our emotions, because our emotions are real. And if the person that you're with is suppressing their own emotions, well, guess what? They're going to suppress your emotions too, and they're going to dismiss your emotions because they don't know how to handle emotions. And unfortunately, that comes from childhood. If your mother and your father would tell you to stop crying when you were crying, and this happened to me in my childhood, I mean, I'm sure everyone can relate. Our parents somehow, they thought that crying was a bad thing. But as a child or as a teenager or just someone who's growing up in life, tends to have emotional outbursts. And I think it's important as a parent to be like, okay, but why are you crying? Crying is so important, guys. Don't avoid people to cry. Don't stop people to cry. Don't stop children to cry. Let them cry. It's an emotional reaction that needs to come out. If that shit stays in, it's going to cause disease. It's going to cause more resentment and anger in the long run. So let people cry. Okay, so where was I at with this? So emotional intelligence, it has to do with emotional intelligence. If someone doesn't understand their own emotions and process their own emotions and allows themselves to feel emotions, they won't be able to do that for you if they don't do it for themselves. So I know it's really heavy. It's a lot of stuff, but I mean, we're going into a whole new world now, from now until 2020. And when I listen to astrologers, I tell myself, oh my God, like, we got to get our shit together, people, or else we're going to continue attracting just crumbs, people that just don't give us what we need. And at this point, I'm tired. I don't know about y'all. I'm tired. I want to focus on me. I want to focus on getting better. And if people don't want to get better, well, that's on them. We have to stop entertaining people that don't want to work on themselves, because we're just wasting our time and we're breaking our own hearts, really. This is what it is. So what else did I say? So Aries, we tend to like being in the driver's seat, right? We want someone who's an alpha, but at the same time, someone who's always an alpha, it kind of creates conflict with us, because we want to be an alpha too. We want to take control too as an Aries. And this is the problem I was having with my Aries ex a long time ago, that we both wanted to be in the driver's seat, and it caused a lot of conflict towards the end. So we have to figure out, where do we want control? Where can we give control? Where can we say, okay, in this situation, you got this. In this situation, I got this. So being an alpha comes with a lot of responsibility. It's very heavy, but we can't have two alphas in the driver's seat for every situation. So, what else did I say? Someone who is grounded, someone who grounds me, someone who's resourceful, someone who's ambitious, who's goal driven. I like that. Someone put that, goal driven. Someone has goals. Someone, who wants to strive for something else than just the stagnation of life. Um, oh, sorry. Let me continue reading, you guys. Yeah, I'd rather be alone and happy than be with someone I'm not happy with. Totally, and that's where I'm at, Renee. Like I could have settled in my other relationship, but it would have been hell. It would have been really hell, and I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be as grounded and as aligned as I am today. And it's hard being single. It's really hard. It comes with drawbacks. I'm not sitting here and telling y'all that it's easy peasy. No, this shit's hard. But I think we need to face that fear of being alone. And a lot of young girls, when I talk to young girls outside of the YouTube, they have such a fear of being alone. They're waiting after their boyfriend to decide if they want to move in together. They're waiting. Why are you waiting? You're wasting time, precious time. And I'm saying this not because I think I'm better. I'm saying this because I wasted time. And if I were to go back into time as a 20-year-old, I would do things completely differently. So, but you know what? This is another thing that I wrote. So, people, you're going to meet people, Aries, okay? So, my Aries and my fire signs, and all the other signs too. I mean, we're all going through these universal themes in our life. But as an Aries, I feel like I've been taught major life lessons this year. Even last year. Last year was a relationship, the major breakup. This year, I was challenged in my work. Coworkers have challenged me, and it was about, for me, accessing my divine feminine. Because as an Aries or a fire sign, we're more in our masculine side because we're ruled by Mars. And what does that mean? It's not that we're masculine outwardly, it's that the way we make our decisions, the way we are, is more driven and more control. That alpha that we want to be, that's a masculine energy. So it can be a little bit intimidating and threatening to others. Not everyone's going to understand that type of energy if they don't have that divine masculine within them, even as a man. So some men can be threatened by you because you're so driven, you know exactly what you want, exactly where you're going, and that can be threatening. So what I've learned this year, and it took a lot of tears and emotions, and it took a lot of healing, and it took, I was able to meet such a beautiful soul. She's my meditation teacher. She's a Reiki master. She's become a great friend of mine. And she's the one who pointed out, she's like, Emily, you're not accessing your divine feminine. Like, she's sleeping. She's like, she's there, but you're not accessing her. So what's the divine feminine? If you have a lot of water in your chart, you might know what this is. It's accessing our emotions and feeling our emotions, opening our intuition, and it's being at a place of surrender, really. It's being at a place where we're receiving. We're not doing like the Aries and the divine masculine and the Mars likes to do. We're not acting. We're not reacting. We're just sitting and we're receiving, and we're softening our approach. And I'm not used to that. I was not used to that. I'm getting slowly used to it, and I'm working on it through meditation, through my interactions with others. I tend to pop off people. If you guys know Tyler's tarot, he's a perfect example of Aries divine masculine, where everything is like, he like explodes at everything, and that's his divine masculine at its fullest. And it can get exhausting. That type of energy, I know, can get really exhausting, and it can really deplete you, health wise. But Tyler's amazing, right, Elizabeth? I mean, if you need to like just wake up in the morning and you need like this wake up call, like people do that. They wake up and they go watch Tyler because he just wakes you up. And this is what I'm trying to do too. But I had to learn this year that I need to soften my approach. I need to go within. I need to breathe, because going about your life that way constantly can drain you, can really deplete you. And this is what I was experiencing this year. I was experiencing almost a burnout because I was just going at it too hard all the time. This is not right. This is not right. You're not right. Putting people, trying to tell people like what's going on. No, this is not right. I don't like how you're treating me. So I popped off a lot this year, I have to say, especially at work. I had a student teacher. I've been teaching for the last 7 years. I graduated in 2012. I teach English as a second language to adults. And I had a student teacher, and he was like opposite of me. Like, I'm full masculine alpha, and he's like, he's a Cancer. So when he told me he was a Cancer, I'm like, oh, that's why. Um, he's like, just go with the flow, man. Like, he doesn't question anything, and it's like, you're gonna become a teacher, man. Like, what's up? You gotta like open yourself up. You gotta be passionate. You gotta show that you are making changes. So it created a lot of friction for me, guys. Like, me and him, it was like not a good match. And I had to learn that maybe my approach with someone like that had to change, unfortunately. And you see, I'm still like, when I'm talking about it, I'm like, oh my God, like, but why don't you understand? Why does it take for me to change my approach for you to understand? But it's fine. I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, I need to pick my battles. And this is my advice to you. I have like a list of things. My advice to you guys. Because you want to force people to understand you, people are going to shut down automatically because you're forcing them. So we can't force people, unfortunately, to understand our perception. So what I wrote here is pick your battles. This is something that I've been doing all year long at work with people, even with family. It's like, you can't win all these battles, unfortunately. We can't. Some battles are worth fighting for, but some are not. Some we have to take a step back because we're gonna deplete ourselves. It's gonna affect our health at one point. And I feel it. So it's all about feeling. It's accessing that divine feminine and saying, oh boy, okay, I don't know if I can fight this one. I don't think I could win this one. So it's having that humility to accept that this one I'm not going to win. And it's okay. It really is okay, because it puts you in a place of acceptance. And this is probably what your lesson is. I mean, this is what my lesson was. Saturn has been teaching us major lessons and will continue to teach us lessons until 2020 and until 2024, apparently. So we need to like just take a step back and say, listen, I can't change you. And if I can't change you, I can't change you. I'm going to move on into another direction. What I can also say is, I'm sorry, Emily, why can't people be clear with us, Aries? Because we are clear, right? We're people who are too clear. And that's the thing with people. It's so funny. They're like, you're too intense. Like, I've heard that comment before this year. You're like, why are you so intense? Like, calm down. Wouldn't you want me to be honest and intense in my communication? Then talk behind your back and not resolve the situation? Wouldn't you want someone to come forward and tell you, I don't agree with what you're doing? Isn't it better to have someone who's blunt? But you see, some people are not ready for honest communication. And this is it. I don't know who commented. It's just people, this is what I wrote here. People, we have to allow people to go through their own process, through their own journey, their own learning curve. Everyone has a different learning curve, unfortunately. And maybe we might be at a different place in our journey. We might be at a higher level of understanding. We see things further along, but people are not there yet. So we have to sit back and understand, okay, I'll let you go through your process. But at the same time, we have to set our boundary. We don't allow people to disrespect us and to cross a line when we are respecting. If we respect ourselves, then we have to show people, well, okay, this is how you feel about me, but I'm not going to accept this, this, and this. So It's a matter of understanding that you can lead the horse to a water. I'm going to leave you with this saying. You can lead a horse to a water, but you can't lean in and make it drink. And that saying has stuck with me since the beginning of this year. And it's like constantly reminding me, I can lead you to the water, but I can't lean in and drink the water for you. You're going to have to find out and for yourself and learn on your own, throughout your own journey within divine timing when the time is right. I can't do that for you. And same goes for relationships. You're with someone who's not communicating. You communicated with them, you were straight with them, you set the boundary with them, and that's it. You can't force them, you can't force them to learn the lesson or to see your value. We can't allow that, because people, if they don't see your value, then they don't see your value. What's important is that you see your value. I wish Aries get a little faster. It's difficult. I'm trying my best. Okay, so you see, this is good. She's having a hard time getting over her ex. What are you doing every day, new beginning, to set the intention that you are trying to move on in a different direction? We have to set intentions every day. The way we live our life sets us up for success. So how are you focusing on yourself? How are you healing? It's not a matter of just forgetting the ex. It's there's no magic potion or a spell that says, okay, well, today we're gonna create a spell and we're gonna use magic to just poof, he's gone, she's gone. It doesn't work that way. It's a matter of our mental processing. We have to change the way we see our ex. It takes a lot of time, guys. It takes a lot of forgiving yourself as well, for putting yourself into these situations, for accepting crumbs, for accepting, situations that called for a lot of, it's someone that just disrespected you. For me, it's like, okay, I allowed that to a certain point. So I have to forgive myself, because at the same time, I'm learning what doesn't feel right to me. And it takes time, it takes experience. So we have to be easy on ourselves. It's okay if you still think of your ex, and if you still, it's a journey, really. I mean, how many months or days has it been? It's different for everybody. And now I lost the chat. Yeah, if Aries goes cold, it's because we're sick of their BS. Exactly. I mean, I gave my ex, I'm just speaking out of experience. You guys could tell me your experience. I gave my ex so many chances to communicate how he felt from the heart. Instead, he did really shady shit. And if he's watching, that was shady shit. And for me as an Aries, I don't have time for shady shit, for fuckery, because you're trying to get my attention by doing something stupid. For me, it's really easy to cut out that BS. And fortunately, it has saved me. But for other people, they tend to be like, but why is he doing that? Oh no. You get caught up in their lies and in their fuckery, their deceptive behavior. But that's on them. That's not on me. That's on you, man. If you think that was going to help the relationship, then ouch, you just shot yourself in the foot. But that's me having self-love, self-respect, self-worth. I know my worth. So I'm not going to entertain your stupid messages because you're trying to get a rise out of me. You're trying to get a reaction out of me. And I see past that, And I've been a teacher for the last 7 years. So people who date teachers, it's like I've seen so much crazy behavior that I'm very perceptive. I'm very intuitive. So I know when something doesn't feel right. I'm like, okay, no, it's not for me. It's either you change your behavior, we have an open, polite, respectful conversation, and we'll move on from this. But if you're gonna get stuck in your self-sabotaging ways, then that's on you, boo. You know, I can't do anything about that. So does anyone else have any like concerns about that? Because I really feel like I need to guide you guys with this, some of you that are concerned. Me too, Emily. I know too. Yeah, I know, Renee. I know you're. I know you're trying, girl. I know you're going through a difficult time right now. I mean, oh, people are just. They don't know what they want. That's all. They're scared. They're scared, and I don't want to be with someone who's scared, because I'm not scared. You know, and I don't think you guys are scared either. It's just that you're allowing the illusion to scare you. You know, this illusion that we're, oh my God, I'm gonna die alone. No one's dying alone. Calm down. Let's, you know, we'll jump to that bridge when we get there. We're not alone. Listen, we're like 20 people in here, including me. We're not alone. You know, it doesn't mean that you need a person by your side constantly in order to feel like you're not alone. You know, you have to find a way to detach yourself from that idea. Speaking of Tyler, he's going on live as well. So, does anybody have any concerns with that? Like how to let go of the ex? I know that someone had mentioned it, and now I lost them. Yeah, my ex too. My ex is narcissistic. He was a serial cheater. Wow. Yeah, Geminis, somehow, some way, they are just scattered. Like they don't know what they want. They have that reputation to sleep around. Definitely. Definitely. Hi, Asha. Hey, girl. Yeah, they have to deal with their own toxicity. Exactly, Faye Makina. Like, that's on you. And that's hard. That's heavy, but that's not my problem. I'm dealing with my own wounds here. So, going back to you guys can continue talking. Let me know. Like, if you're dealing with an ex and you're dealing with people who are still you're having a hard time detaching, you know, open up. We're gonna help you on this. And I'm gonna pull out some cards soon too. So people are gonna test you constantly. Okay, people, this is what I wrote. You know, tests don't just, okay, I passed this test, now I'm done. You know, I let go of that guy, of that girl, and I'm done. Like, I'm done learning lessons. No. As long as we're in these meat suits, okay, like Missy, one of my other tarot reader friends, says, you could check her out. She's awesome. She's from Hawaii. Saltwater Hills Tarot. As long as we are in these meat suits, we're constantly going to get tested. So it's about how we react to these people that test us. So I wrote down this, and this is some wisdom that I got from my grandma recently, because she's a Cancer, and she's very smooth in the way she talks to people and the way she deals with situations. So she told me, she gave me some good advice. She says, you know, sometimes, and she told me this in Italian because I come from an Italian background. She says, sometimes you have to find very little words, not too many words, just the right amount of words, but the right words to get your point across. And I'm like, oh my God. And this is probably what I have not been doing in the last few years is, you know, that Aries, that energy gets me so riled up. In the moment when someone pisses me off, I just blurt shit. I would just blurt shit out. Blah, 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 what? Like the temper, like took over me. That divine masculine took over me. And so, yeah, you gotta channel your air. Yes, the words, the communication, right? And I don't have air. It's very interesting that you say that. I have my Venus in Aquarius, but that Venus in Aquarius makes me feel a little bit detached sometimes in relationships. But the words, the right words, you know, she put it, and I'm like, okay, you know, when dealing with family, she was telling me, and someone is telling you something that you don't agree with. Um, you have to like take a step back. She's like, don't pop off, don't get mad. You get mad too quickly. You lose patience very quickly. And this is me. I don't have so much patience with people who like I don't get what they're trying to tell me. It's like it's so clear to me what the answer would be, but they're still going about it. And I'm like, I have no patience for this shit. And she's like, there's a way, there's the right words, very little words to get your point across so that people understand what you mean. So this is something that I am working on. I don't know about y'all. I lost you guys. Hold on. Yeah, so Cecilia, you say that you're dealing with a Sag who's been so back and forth, and as much as I want, oh, I'd love to heal. I'm tired of having to wait to be loved back. Yeah, so you gotta draw the line on the sand. I'm tired of waiting to be loved back. So the next person that comes into your vicinity and doesn't give you love back, well, you gotta cut that shit out. It's as simple as that. I know it's hard. Emotionally, we get attached, but I mean, look, I'm not staying in this all the time, people. It's funny how they want me to pull that out. I'm not staying in this. No way. No way, Jose. We're going to heal our heart. We're going to take the time to feel it, but we're not going to continuously put ourselves through this. No, I got other things to do. I gotta, I gotta help you guys here. I can't get stuck in heartbreak constantly. So I get it, and this is okay. This is a good realization, Cecilia, that you went through enough heartbreak and enough disappointments for you to say enough is enough. So what are we going to do about this? What intentions, how are you going to create a space in your life that says enough is enough? I don't want no more of this. Okay? So that comes with daily practice. What are you going to do on a daily basis? Alicia saying here, twin flame. How can I mentally let go of my Leo for the past 3 years? He's been in and out. That's the thing. He's been in and out because you let him come back in. I forgave him time after time. However, this last year taught me a lot, and I don't trust him. So tell me, Alsha Scott. I hope I pronounced your name well. Has he come back in? What has happened in the last few days or weeks? Aries has this superpower of intuition. When we know, we just know. Yes, Steffi. Yeah, totally. Steffi, do you have a water sign in your chart, like in your moon? Because my moon is in Pisces, so that's where I get my intuition. I feel in time comes we have patience. Yeah, that's a good point. New beginning. Yeah, I feel like in certain aspects, I do have so much patience. But then when it comes to other things, I'm like, no, get out. I don't have time for you. Like, for example, people on this channel, when they leave comments, and these are new subscribers, and I understand they're just used to, like, complaining all the time. But I don't have patience with that. I don't have patience with people complaining. Why are you complaining? If you're complaining, that's all you're going to attract. I watch other tarot readers, and sometimes I just watch them for the fuck of it, just for the entertainment. But it doesn't mean that I resonate and I'm like taking notes of, oh, okay, I'm going to take every little message literally because this is all I believe in. No, like you take some, you leave some. You don't have to take everything so literally. Not all the messages are for you. Why do we need to know that? So that's something that I have to work on. And I know Tyler Terror is like me too. Like he's like, no, it doesn't resonate. Okay, so why are you watching me? And this is something I don't understand. But you see, people have their own process, and this is what I wrote down. Allow people to go through their own process, their own learning curve. But it's annoying. It gets annoying to that point. Why does my live chat keep disappearing? 20 years with cancer. Damn. Yes, Sally. So trying to be more calm to BS and stupidity. I'm trying, Sally. I don't know about you, what you're doing, but it's not easy. Like some days when like the moon is like in an emotional water sign, like now it's in Leo, I believe, or no, it's in Virgo. But when there's a lot of emotion in the air, that's when I pop off, I feel like. Because I'm not used to being in so much water. My moon is in Pisces, but For me, my Pisces helps me intuitively. It helps me escape. It helps me use my creativity. But when it's like in Cancer or Scorpio, there's something about that that gets me like, oh my God, like I have to go deep, man. I have to really feel this anger and this emotion, and it's draining. So I feel like I've been tested, and I just at this point I have to pick my battles. Like I'm telling you guys, but at the same time I'm still learning the lesson. I'm still having to pick my battles. Some comments make me pop off, and I'm gonna pop off. And sometimes I tell myself, oh my God, and my spirit guides are like, just let it be, fuck that. And I'm like, I can't. It's just, it's a part of who I am. It's my part of my principles. He refuses to communicate. He plays cat and mouse. Oh God. He'll send a text to me knowing that I can't respond because he has me blocked. Okay, that's really off. That's really toxic. Yes, absolutely. Alsha, what's going on? We need to block that motherfucker. My Scorpio in Venus gets really intense. I believe you. Oh, I can believe you. My sun is in Aries and moon in Cancer. Moon, oh, wow, Aries and Cancer. Amazing. So, Alsha, what is it about this person that you constantly want to fight for? Why are you fighting for this person? This person is not fighting for you, clearly. This person puts me in an obsession vibe, and that's just low. Yes, but why are you allowing this obsession to take over you? That's the thing. You know, I've been there. I mean, my other ex, not the recent one, but the Aries, I mean, I was obsessed when he broke up with me. I It was an obsession, like, why did you break up with me? Why? I would call him, I would text him, and I was, in my 20s back then. So for me, he was everything in my life. It's like at one point you learn that the person you're with is not your life. So why are you obsessed? That is the question. You have to figure out, you have to go within and see what is making you feel so connected to this person even when he's treating you like shit. So let me get back to my list here. Find the right words. Yes, so that's wise words from grandma. Some people are sensitive and require more gentleness and softness. So it's about, I guess, using our awareness, our perceptiveness as an Aries, because we are perceptive. I mean, I'm perceptive, but somehow there's like that impatience that comes through, and I'm not able to access that gentleness and that softness if I don't tell myself to access it. So it's about, again, reprogramming our mind so that we react in a different way. Because yes, we do have control issues, but we need to find ways and tools that help us to release these control issues. Love you too, Sally 70. Um, I know we all have control issues, especially Aries, and we're going to be tested on how to let go of those control issues constantly. So for me, how did I let go of control? So for like you, Alsha, are you an Aries? I can't remember. Um, there was a point in my life last year, like I was saying in my other live, where I couldn't control him. I couldn't control his reaction. He was going crazy. He was out of control. And there was a point where I had to literally just surrender energetically. You cry, you're releasing. This is a part of releasing control. Cry it out. I will cry, pray. Please God, help me surrender to this. Help me detach to this shit. I no longer want to be attached to narcissistic behavior. Um, do something for yourself. Go do an activity, go bike riding, go walking, meditate. Do something that allows you to put yourself in a state of surrender. Surrender means letting go of control. Because he's not going to change. Exactly, Debbie. Thank you. No. The only person that can change is you. How you react, how you take care of your vessel, how you take care of your temple. Because he's just getting a rise. People like that are fucked up people. And I know because my ex was like that. They get a rise out of you going crazy. No, I'm not going crazy for your bullshit. Okay, I'm a sane person. I have issues like everyone else. I have wounds. I have past traumas. I am working on it, and I don't need you with your stupid behavior to tell me that I'm going crazy. No, you're going crazy. So, and that's what I say here. We can't control other people. We can only control how we react to them. So the more you give in to this shady behavior, the more he's going to approach you in different ways, by ghosting, by not ghosting, by blocking, by unblocking. I don't know. People have a lot of energy, on a lot of time and a lot of energy. I would use that energy, go to the gym, I don't know, pick up a hobby, do something. But this constant back and forth of blocking, unblocking, I'm telling you, that takes a lot of time. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know about y'all. Fill your schedule with too much awesome stuff to even have to think about. Yeah, so this is an opportunity for you to find who you are and what you like. You know, for me, I had a beautiful opportunity to get back to my cards. And that's what gave me the confidence and the self love to move forward, because I knew that I had a connection to something out there, and I just needed to surrender what no longer served me, which in this case was the ex, and reconnect with who I was. And this is who I am. I give advice, I counsel, I teach, but at the same time, I'm learning. And it was a very humbling experience, because sometimes we think we know it all, right? We think that, okay, I know this. I got this situation down. The next person that comes in, I'm going to know exactly what to do and what to say. Not really, because everyone's different. Every situation is different. Timing plays a lot into it. So the best we can do while we are in this state of aloneness, it's okay for alone. We're single. But we're wearing our crowns. We're here sitting pretty. Uh, is about finding who you are. It's about being authentic. Really, it's about finding your authenticity, and this is what the planets are wanting us to do. Eh? It's really wanting us to go within. So stop relying on other people and things to define who you are. Really, which is what I decided to. What's that, Alsha? NCLEX? Yes, release the need for outside validation. Exactly. So, guys, we're at a point where we need to make a judgment call. As I shuffle the cards, I see here someone here, maybe not for all of you, someone needs to make a decision. Someone is about to make a decision, the person you're dealing with, but someone here has to make a judgment call. It's time. It's time. It's time, people. So for that girl, I can't remember your name anymore, but it's time to make a judgment call, because look, the wheel of fortune is moving, and these are changes moving forward. My nursing license, I just graduated. Oh, congratulations, Alsha. That's awesome. That is beautiful. I love nurses. My mother works at a hospital with nurses, so I have so much respect for nurses. Your job is so difficult, but I'm sure gratifying, but at the same time takes a lot out of you. You know, and that's the thing, Alsha. Since your job is going to require a lot of you giving back to others, you have to find a way to fill your own cup. Because if you don't take care of yourself, being a nurse is going to be a little bit draining for you if you're always giving. You know, there has to be reciprocity, you know, between you, your job, your relationships. There's a time where we have to sit back and be like, okay, today I'm doing something for myself so I can fill up my own cup, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, physically, because we have to be careful not to deplete ourselves for anybody, really, or a job. So that's amazing that you're doing that. So focus on that. That's a great accomplishment. All right, let's go with another card, guys. So yeah. Woo! I felt that one. So the devil, we're still attached. We're still chained down. Now, this can be a person. You can still be chained to a person. You could still be chained to a relationship. This can be being chained to a thought pattern that is no longer working for you, that is clearly creating a lot of anxiety, toxicity. You know, the devil is everything that is not good for us. But it can be our mental state too. What needs to be let go of with the devil? We're dealing with a Capricorn energy here. Someone needs to make a decision. That Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor here. We're already at an hour. Holy shit. What else do you have for us, Spirit? It's the ending. We're at an ending here. We're at the end of a cycle, guys. So let's end the cycle of heartache, of deception, of backstabbing. Okay, we're at the end here. Hey, Debbie. Yeah. Look at that. Yes, attachment. That's right. Makina, yeah. Attachment. But we're at the end now. We need to let this shit go. 10 is endings. There's an ending here. Yep. Walking away from people, places, and things that are not fulfilling our cups here with the 8 of Cups. So guys, it cannot be more clear than that. My guides are like, cut this shit out. Cut this shit out, people. Okay? It's can't get more clear than this. What else do you have? Justice. Wonderful. Libra. So karma. Karmic lessons with that Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is being turned in our favor, but we need to learn the lesson. Everything, anybody that you've been dealing with is part of your karma. And that's Saturn. That's Saturn, baby. He is been, look, Libra, Saturn, lessons, karma, man. It's heavy shit. I'm tired of lessons, but yes, we will take the lessons. We are going to find a way to learn them so that we can move on to better things. So we can clear out our space for better things to come. Because we need to sit back like the Empress does and look pretty and focus on growth, abundance, okay? This might be someone that sees you like this, but ultimately the universe is saying, you're an Empress, you're an Emperor. Take control, take back your power. The Empress takes back her power, doesn't give her power to others, doesn't entertain stupid behavior, toxic behavior. No, she sits back, fertile, full of growth, full of potential. You know, she's the divine feminine, but she's not making any moves here. She's just all about growth. Okay? So this is what we need to access, people. Whether you're a male or female, this is how we have to take on our life's challenges, because karma, there's a lot of karmic situations that need to be wrapped up for a lot of us. Oh, how nice is that? Excellent. So guys, as soon as we wrap up shit like this is how love can happen for us. This is how we can meet someone who has the same cup, the same amount of water in their cup, the same amount of love to offer. But if we don't do this, then this cannot happen. Okay, so very nice. I'm glad that things are moving forward if we do let go of things that don't belong. What else do you have for us? Yeah, being authentic, being honest. Being authentic and honest with that Ace of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but this is just being honest and communicating what our needs, what our wants are. And this is exactly what we've been doing in the last hour. We're communicating where we stand, what we need, what it takes for us to call in our soulmate, and also realizing, yeah, that we have negative traits too, right? As a lot of Aries, we want to be in control, we pop off, but now we're learning a different way. We're communicating, we're learning how to communicate differently than what we've been doing. So here we have the Five of Pentacles. You know, this is all about feeling abandoned and rejected, and maybe some of you are still going through that feeling of being abandoned and rejected, and this is part of healing. You know, someone got abandoned here, someone lost something here, someone got rejected. And so this is all about healing, people. Ooh. Yeah, it's all about forward movement with the Chariot. We got the Cancer here, but we got to be clear and communicate clearly about our thoughts and our feelings if we want this Chariot to move forward. Bottom of the deck, we need to be patient. Temperance. Temperance could be a Sagittarius, but this is someone who's balancing their cups, who is just everything in moderation. Okay, not too much of this, not too much of that. It has to be just right. Okay, we're moderating our emotions. We are not popping off, because that's taking something to the extreme. We're trying to find an equal balance, a balance of what we need to move forward with the Chariot. What's going on here? Let me see. What else? What else do you got? Oh, yes. The Six of Cups. So moving forward with this soulmate connection, or whatever connection that has been written in the stars for y'all. This is something that has been written in the stars. But if we don't balance ourselves, you don't, balance again with that Two of Cups. We're balancing. We're trying to find a way that is fair, fair and balanced. Not too much of this, not too much of that. And that's how this is going to appear with the Chariot. Finding balance. Someone might be also juggling and dealing with two different things at the same time. Someone's still weighing their options about you here. Yeah, it's new beginning. New beginning with that Fool card. So this is telling me that in order to be here with this, we need to move forward by being more honest and cutting shit out that doesn't belong, because there's a lot of moving on here, guys. With the Ten of Swords, karmic justice, things will come in your favor with that Wheel of Fortune. But if we're staying in this cannot come in. You got to make a judgment call about this attachment. All right, because we got some cool stuff coming up. And I always get amazing cards in my lives, because at the end, because they're showing me a journey. They're saying, make a decision and this will come in. This is what they're telling me. Who in here is a Taurus? Taurus. Who in here is a Taurus? I'm going to be doing a Taurus reading, I think, after this, just because I haven't had the time. I've been dealing with a lot of 5D issues lately. I've been dreaming a lot. I've been losing a lot of sleep. So the energies are intense for me, guys. Yep, heart-to-heart conversations. Someone needs to speak up here. This could be someone you already know. So if this is someone you haven't met yet, this is maybe someone you've known from the past. You've already met each other, maybe in a past life, but someone needs to speak up here. Someone will speak up to you. What other messages do you have for my collective forgiving and learning? Yep, this is what we're doing. We're forgiving the other. We're forgiving ourselves. Sorry about the glare, but we're learning. And this is what we got to do. It's all about karmic lessons with the Justice card. Forgiving and learning ourselves. Letting go. Chemistry. Ooh. So we are attracting someone or something that is very strong magnetically. If we do this. If we open up. If we are honest about what we want with this person, if we draw a line in the sand, this is a person that you might know and that you have a lot of chemistry and a strong magnetic pull. And here reminding you that you deserve love. So focus on self-love. Focus on what you want. So my whole life today, guys, was about that. What do you want? Focus on that. If you're not getting that, then redirect your focus. This damn light. Sorry about the glare, guys. So, guys, if you guys have any other concerns or something you want me to bring up, I am here to listen. Yes, please like, subscribe if you're new, because we are at an hour and 15. I hope this was helpful, guys. I mean, let's focus. This is what it's saying. Focus on healing. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want, because that's what we're going to attract. We're going to attract more of what we don't want if we focus on that. So we got some nice things coming in. Oh, and I finally saw the calling in your soulmate. They wanted to show it to me. Calling in your soulmate. So this is how we're going to call in our soulmate. By focusing on ourselves, by focusing on what we want, by getting deep within our feelings and our wounds, if we haven't yet been able to access them. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for just dropping by. Taurus and Venus. Okay, Elizabeth, you're Taurus and Venus. Cool. Yeah, so Faye Makina, you found that helpful. I'm really glad to hear it. I hope I was able to help a few of you that are still dealing with your karmic partners from the past, or just, things that have been lingering that need to be cut off at this point. People that are not communicating, people that are not just giving back what you're trying to give. Let's focus. She's focused with her bow and arrow here. Things are going to get better for Aries. Yes, I believe so. For a lot of us. Even if you're not an Aries, I think that, you can use the Aries strength. Aries has a lot of strength to get themselves back up. And that's one of the things that I really appreciate about being an Aries is we don't linger in our shit for too long. For me, it's like I've just been able to feel it, to go through it. It was painful, but then I was able to rise back up. And for some people, it takes more time. So maybe channel that fire within you. And if you do have Aries or any other fire sign, channel it, call it and say, I need you, fire, to rise me out of my ashes, Hi, Inix. Struggling without a job for a while now. Listen, you and me both, honey. I'm trying to call in something that brings me abundance as well. Career-wise, it's been hard. This is something that's been struggling me for the last few months. Career-wise, it's very difficult. I'm really trying to learn energy. Totally. Leo and Mars, excellent. Excellent. Does anybody have any questions you want me to address before I let you guys go? Because it is now 4:35 p.m. here where I'm at. It's been hard being with him? Okay. He's your husband? Sorry, I'm just gonna grab my water here. Okay, Rosie, I don't understand your question. How do I know? Who's your husband at this point? It's very confusing. Is it Carrick? It's Carrick? Karmic. Oh, okay. How do I know it's a karmic partner? Well, listen, is this person giving you what you want? It's as simple as that. We just spent an hour and 15 minutes telling each other what we want. Is this person giving you what you want? Is this person making you feel like you're getting what you deserve? But it's as simple as that. Is this person respecting you the way you want respect? You've been sitting in the heat? Yeah, it's hot, eh? I have my AC on. Meditating. Good for you, girl. Get on that lion roaring. Yes, roar, baby, roar. Okay, so if he's giving you what you want, then what's your concern? What's making you feel like you need to question this? My chat keeps disappearing. It's annoying. He's an Aquarius, you said, and I feel it's been hard being with him. Listen, a lot of relationships are being challenged right now. Even people who are married are being challenged. I mean, Saturn is opposing the sun right now. That's creating a lot of conflict. And it's asking you, is this what you want? It's testing your relationship. Nope, he isn't. Nope, he isn't what? So what is your question, Rosie? If you have a question. If not, I'm going to go with your question here, Inix. Interested in a Cancer. I'm Aries. Is it a good match? What do you feel? We're going to ask you. Use your intuition before I shuffle the card here. How do you feel about this? Do you think this is solid? This is a solid start? Big gap age, yeah. I can see that he's a King of Pentacles. He's older. This is an older man. Focused on his money. What sign is he? Oh, you're older. Okay. What sign is he? Cancer. Well, there's someone here that's really accomplished, but still patiently balancing their cups here and going within with the Hermit. So I feel like this person is quite focused on themselves. I don't see any like offer here. I feel like someone here is just reflecting a lot with that Hermit. Yeah, I mean, Rosie, I've been with him for 27 years. It's a struggle. I feel we both have strong characters. I mean, yeah, especially now, it's going to bring out the worst in each other. So it's completely normal. I don't know. It's been super hard. I think it's testing our relationship. Okay, Rosie, I'm going to pull out some cards for you, dear. My card. Are you an Aries? Rosie, are you an Aries? I think you are. You came out here as the Queen of Wands. Rosie, maybe you're trying to control things? Someone here that wants to control things a little bit too much? What is the challenge? Someone was hurt recently. Someone was hurt, Rosie, here with the Ten of Swords. The Queen of Wands is coming to an end of a betrayal. Someone was betrayed here. What is the advice for Rosie? Someone is not seeing the other person. This is unrequited love. Right now, you guys are not connecting emotionally. I think you need to reconnect with each other emotionally. Rosie, are you there? Okay, someone here needs to reconnect emotionally because someone's sitting like this due to a lot of conflicts. So maybe you're not on the same page about certain issues. So maybe it's all about having a conversation about what are these issues that you don't see eye to eye. I'm going to get to the next question, guys, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Please, one question. New you, new beginning. Capricorn. So, yeah, I mean, if he's ghosting you, again, that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. I personally don't think ghosting people, getting ghosted is the way to start a relationship. This is a major lesson here with the Hierophant. Okay, so the ghosting situation, major lesson, learning a lesson. They're telling you to walk away. Focus on your new beginning. Focus on growth. Okay, new beginning with the Capricorn that's ghosting you. No, we should move away. We have to move away from that situation, okay? New you, new beginning. It's a lack of respect. This is just a lesson that you're learning right now. Focus on walking away here. This is not fulfilling you. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Focus on your money, on the home, on your family. With that Queen of Pentacles, focus on you, honey. Yeah, so that's what I'm getting for the last two guys. So you know what? I'm gonna end this because it's quite long, and I think some people need to move on with their day. I know I do. I want to thank everybody that has tuned in and who liked and subscribed and has been interacting, because I'm all about interaction right now. I think it's important that we open ourselves out to a soul tribe that understands us and that is willing to listen to us and to give us a new perspective, okay? Because sometimes the people around us are not willing to help us, okay? Elizabeth, you're doing laundry. I'm about to go do that as well. So I hope I was helpful for you, new you beginning, and Rosie. Rosie, it feels like you guys need to have a conversation, okay? Because someone is like sitting like this, not willing to open up. Someone needs to take action, but there's some grief, there's some, yeah, the Aquarius, I can see that there's the swords there. So someone needs to have a conversation about what is bothering them from what I see here. Elizabeth, have a great day. Thank you so much for moderating this live, and I'll catch you very soon on the next one. Thank you for following me and subscribing on Instagram as well. I'm always posting. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Faye Makina. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you. Yes, no BS. I'm here to keep it real, people. I don't want you to fall into BS with people. I mean, let's try to help each other get out of that. I know it's going to be a difficult next 5 months for a lot of people. So please have a great day, evening, night. I thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, guys? If you're a Taurus, the video is coming up soon. Bye.